Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking back in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button your way, and I appreciate all the support. Top of the morning, man. It's like 7 a.m. right now. I am in Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out to everybody in B-More, man. I'm actually headed to Philly today, so I got to go to Philadelphia later on, man. But salute to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button and all this kind of stuff on your way in. Get your boy in the algorithm, man. Get your boy in the algorithm. I'm doing this blog. I'm a little bit tired. I ain't gonna lie. Just woke up not too long ago. I'm a little bit tired. You know, might hit the gym, might watch a little bit of football today, but we got a little bit of news, man. You see the title. You see the title, right? You see the title. Chris, what are you talking about? You see the title. So TBL obviously got this card coming up. Eazy the Block Captain versus New Jersey Twerk, man. You might want to get your tickets. You might want to get your tickets to Eazy the Block Captain versus New Jersey Twerk. If you can't be in the building, it's in New York City. If you can't be in the building, you might want to get that pay-per-view. Rapgrid.com, you might want to get that pay-per-view because the stakes have been raised, man. The stakes has been raised, man. So you might want to get your tickets, man. Shout out to TBL, man. Rapgrid.com, get your tickets. So they booked Eazy the Block Captain versus Twerk going down the weekend of the October 11th. So salute to them for that. They also booked John and Don versus Swamp. Now, you know, that was on ABCD League or whatever. That was supposed to be the Verb and Av joint. I don't know what's going on with that battle. That battle might be canceled. But so it looks like that battle has been moved to the Eazy the Block Captain and Twerk card. So those are the two top battles on the card. Eazy and Twerk is the headliner, and the undercard is a whole bunch of other battles. They got 9 battles on the card, man. So a lot of battles on the card. They did a pretty good job mixing and matching. I'll give them credit for that. And I always say, if you can find other battles and get rid of the politics, you can mix and match pretty well, man. But do y'all know who else they booked? Do y'all know who else they booked? So let's get to it. So right here, you see it, Eazy the Block Captain and Twerk. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot at stake in this card, right, in this battle right here, but Eazy the Block Captain versus Twerk, man. So I was like, okay, this is a fire card. But they also booked BBL Hustle and Loso. They booked BBL Hustle and Loso. Now, you already know about this battle. This was the battle that was going down on John's league. John paid Hustle to battle Loso on Bullpen, and Hustle took the money, bought a new ass. It was a second ass, man. I don't know what happened to her first ass. The first ass must have fell off. It must have deteriorated. I don't know. Somehow she ended up with 2 asses, man. 2 purchased asses, man. I don't know. Was it buy one, get one free? I don't know what was going on. But anyway, she had 2 purchased asses. She didn't do the battle. And what happened? Jazz steps in last minute, man. Jazz steps in last minute, battles Loso. People didn't feel like she won the battle a little bit. Some people was going with Loso, and somehow it was talked about it at the Wody. Like, I think Loso might have beat her. But this is the problem with Wody sometimes, is that you got to factor in that why is she even battling Loso in the first place? It's because BBL Hustle and her buy one, get one free ass didn't do the battle. Did they penalize her for it? No, she actually ended up winning Wody that year. I don't know. I don't understand how that happened. You got to understand how do I fill in for you and I get penalized for a battle I took on 5 days prep? And you didn't even do the battle. Bought a new ass, buy one, get one free ass. Your coupon was about to expire, and you needed another ass. I don't know. That's a word on the street. I don't know. You gotta ask somebody else about that. Anyway, they booked that battle. You know what else they booked? Oh, what else they booked? This is what else they booked. J2 versus Saga, man. You know what I'm saying? J2 versus Saga is also on the card. Why is that important? You know what I'm saying? J2 already lost the he lost all the horsemen. I keep it real. He ain't beating out one horseman. He lost the Loso. He lost the A-War. He lost all the horsemen. I guess you know what I'm saying. 3's a charm, man. Maybe need to lose all the horsemen in order for this to be a trilogy. But this is what they booked on the card. Why is this important, man? Eazy didn't pull rank. Eazy came up there, flexed his muscle. Eazy didn't pull rank. Said, look, man, look. I don't want no fake asses on my card, man. I don't want it. I don't like fake asses. I don't like looking at fake asses. I don't want no fake asses on my card. He pulled rank, said, I'm not doing a battle, man. BBL Hustle and J2 on the card. I ain't doing a battle. I ain't doing a battle. Little bit of drama. Then Twerk says, look, you don't, if they not on the card, I'm not doing a battle. So Eazy say he ain't doing a battle if Hustle and J2 is on the card. Twerk is like, yo, if you pull them off the card, I'm not doing a battle. So there was a lot of drama, a lot of drama with this battle. Is the Eazy and Twerk battle, was it going to be canceled? So there was a lot of drama. Long story short, it ended up being Eazy and Twerk is still going down. That's why you need to get your tickets. The stakes have been raised. That's why you need, look, get your fucking tickets, man. If I tell you to get your tickets, get your tickets. The stakes have been raised, man. But BBL Hustle and J2 not going to be on the card, man. Eazy didn't pull rank. He said, look, man, I'm the algorithm around this motherfucker, man. I am the algorithm around this MFer, man. I don't want him on the card, man. Now, I'm the mayor of fair. I'm definitely the mayor of fair. I look at it from a couple sides, man. If I'm Eazy, and this ain't no E-Hive shit, because I know how y'all niggas in the comment, oh, you know, E-Hive, shut your ass up. This ain't no E-Hive shit. I don't like Hustle. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you. I might not want to get no money with you. I don't like Hustle. You been a real thorn in my side. First, you reported, one of the first people to report that me and Pap got into it. You left spaces, you left the event, you go into spaces with Cola, you go in there, yeah, Eazy got punched by Pap, all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, Rem is out there tweeting, nothing happened. You out there tweeting, the nigga got punched. So there's a lot of rumors that you kind of like let Pap know Eazy was in the building. You pillow talking to Pap, not pillow talking, I don't want to act like they had no relationship, but you pillow talking to Pap, let him know, man, something's going on between Eazy and Rem. So a lot like your relationship with Rem seemed like it became a relationship with Pap, a friendship with Pap, that you let him know what's going on. So you have that situation going on. Obviously, she was the face of Chrome. Eazy comes in, he becomes the face of Chrome as well. He turns it from a female league to a male league. So there was just a lot of drama with that. And next thing you know, she was never on Chrome 23 again. And it just been a whole back and forth about this and that, and a lot of arguing, and I don't F with you, and I don't F with you, and all this kind of stuff. So there's real dislike there. I can even say it's probably a beef. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a beef. Not a fighting beef, because it's male and female, but it's a beef. You know, I definitely don't fuck with you. You know, when I did my top 10 battles list, I said I would put this battle on my top 10 list because I thought BBL Hustle and Eazy would be an interesting discussion, because I felt like she knew Rem better than anybody else. She know a lot about Eazy. She know a lot about Pap. And I felt like that would be an interesting conversation. Plus, I never seen a female address Eazy. I never seen Eazy address a female. So there's definitely some dislike there. Also, there's a lot of issues between Rem and Hustle. Hustle recently was saying that Rem wasn't no celebrity. She was just a flunky, all this kind of stuff. And she's basically just Eazy's boyfriend now or whatever like that. And just all kind of stuff. She had a lot of things to say. They unfollowed each other on social media. They don't rock no more. If I'm Eazy, maybe I don't want you in the building. I got to keep it real. Maybe I want to bring Rem. And I don't want you, and I don't want Rem to have to shoot your ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her back in jail. Maybe I might want to bring Rem, and you being there is a problem. Maybe I just don't like you at all. Maybe I don't want to deal with your gang. Maybe I don't want you to bring a couple. Now I don't want to be in the back of the green room feeling uncomfortable. You know, Eazy be bringing them bodyguards to the event. You know what I'm saying? He don't be riding solo. You know what I'm saying? He be bringing them bodyguards to the event. And maybe I don't feel like dealing with you. You a female on all that altercation. I need to be in the right mental when I battle Twerk. I don't need to be like all this yapping on the side. I don't need to be arguing with you in the green room. So, J2. Let's get to J2. Now, J2 has been very vocal about Eazy too. A lot of it because he has a close relationship with Hurricane Du. And he don't like what happened between Eazy and Hurricane Du. So I went back and looked at some of J2's tweets about Eazy, and this is kind of like, you know, they had a contentious relationship, but Eazy is a woman-beating, clout-chasing, lying, goofy ass. One of his tweets. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand how everybody don't see Eazy as the weirdo he is, but y'all go off. And since we here, he ain't the only weirdo. Y'all know for sure Eazy put hands on Du at the champion situation, and everybody was swept it under the rug. Debo even had to intervene and everything. Motherfuckers be around him and don't be doing nothing about it. Okay, so he's talking about the dude in Eazy situation. Eazy is literally one of the culture's biggest mistakes, man. Eazy is literally one of the culture's biggest mistakes. Now, we know J2 is part of the LGBTQ or whatever, the alphabet crew. You know what I'm saying? Part of the alphabet crew. Eazy said, look, man, if I'm one of the culture's biggest mistakes, I don't want to get money with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You another thorn in my side, man. I don't want to get money with you. I don't want to argue with you. You on the card. I don't want you in the event. Now, I didn't really think him and J2 was serious. I wouldn't call it a beef. It's not like him and Hustle. I know him and Hustle really don't like each other. Him and J2 probably don't like each other, don't get me wrong, but it ain't really no beef. But he pulled rank. He yanked them both off the card, man. I said, look, man, I want a card where I'm in peace. I don't want none of these niggas on the card. I already got to battle a nigga that's going to be amped up and twerk. I don't want none of these niggas on the card. TBL has a lot of money invested in Eazy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is a big battle. They couldn't run the risk of Eazy threatening to not do the battle. So, therefore, they yanked BBL Hustle and J2 off the card. Said, respectfully, man, do you mind getting off the card? Twerk said, look, man, I'm not doing a battle if they come off the card. And they basically was like, yo, get your money, battle this nigga. You can help us by whipping his ass. You know what I'm saying? We can always reschedule our battle. You go out there and do what you need to do. So the stakes have been raised. The stakes have been raised. Now, from TBL standpoint, I got to be honest. Well, let me get back to Eazy. Some of y'all may say Eazy's being petty. Some of y'all may say it's not that serious. Some of y'all may say it's just a girl and a GAY dude or whatever. Some of y'all may say that it ain't that serious. Ain't like you finna, whatever. And that's fair. I mean, I'm not going to say y'all can't say that. That's definitely fair. That's how you look at it. I do think him and Hustle is kind of ratcheted up. And anytime you hiring bodyguards and bringing bodyguards to events, bro, clearly you worried about your safety. Clearly you think about your safety. So if Pap then ran into an event and y'all done had an altercation, you can't afford for something like that to happen again. You can't afford to ever get snuck. You can't afford to ever have an issue. You can't afford to ever pull up to an event and not be safe. So if you feel like, you know what, sometimes it's just not the person. Sometimes it's entourages. Sometimes I don't want you heckling my battle. I don't want you being extra in my battle. I want to be able to have a normal battle without a whole bunch of extra stuff going on. And clearly he feels that way. So, yeah, he might be being a little petty to some of y'all. I'm not actually mad at it, to keep it real with you. And this ain't no E-Hive shit. I'm not mad at it. I think Eazy is definitely right about the hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely right about Hustle. And some people feel like J2 do too much. You know, Verb was originally going to battle Av in Atlanta, and he didn't want to battle in Atlanta because they were trying to put J2 on the card. And he was like, I don't want to battle with J2 in the building. He'd be popping his mouth too much and acting all sassy at events or whatever. So a lot of people just didn't even want him in the crowd. But at the same time, that's what's going on with that. So y'all have to decide what side of the fence y'all on. Is Eazy being unreasonable, or is Eazy right in what he say? But he definitely pulled rank. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know TBL paid him a lot of money, and they had already sent that deposit out and couldn't afford it, and now I had that nigga battle. All right, from TBL side, TBL is just doing battle rap. I don't think they know all the ins and outs and the beefs and everything. Or maybe when they see beefs and stuff going online, they just think it's promo. I just feel like they think it's promo, because some of the things that they've done in this culture could have went the other way. It hasn't necessarily, but it could have went the other way. And salute to them for just resolving a situation. They're just trying to resolve a situation. URL got a problem with them booking twerking ad. We'll work it out. Y'all can have a battle. You got a problem with J2 and them being on the car. Okay, we'll work it out and still try to make the battle happen. So I salute them for just trying to do the battle and everything like that. And I do appreciate what they brought in the battle rap. Sometimes I feel like They move a little fast. They do a lot of battles, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they don't allow battles to marinate. But I'm not mad at the fact that they throw a lot of diversity. You get some people on cards, some of these Marv Ones and Mike P's and stuff, and you get them interacting with URL artists and stuff. And I think that that's a cool thing to do. And it's not all this league versus league stuff. It's just like, yo, if you a dope battler, I'm gonna put the matchup together. I like that TBL does that. But you do have to read the room. If I'm being fair, you got to read the room. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of where I felt like they might have not have read the room right. First of all, Eazy and Hustle ain't just no battle rap shit. It ain't just no promo. It ain't just no, oh, we beefing for a battle. They got real issues, you know what I'm saying? And if my girl got issues with Hustle, then I got issues with you too. And I can't even afford to have Rim in the building if you got Hustle on the card. So therefore, that is an issue. And even if you don't think the Hustle shit is real, the Rim and Hustle stuff is definitely real. So you got to understand that and realize this ain't just no play stuff with that. Okay, all right. Granted, I'll give you maybe you ain't reading into the J2 stuff and the tweets and all this kind of stuff. I get that because Eazy argue with a lot of niggas, especially URL niggas online. So you might think it's more than that. Okay, the other thing is, when Mook and Hitman were battling, there was rumors. I saw a tweet from like Chilla or something, or somebody from TBL, where they was like, where it seemed like they were thinking about adding Jada Nightwing and Verb. Not a bad battle, a little lyricist battle, but you can't put that on a Hitman card. You got to be seeing what's going on. Hitman and Byron Blake and Verb. Hitman ain't inviting them niggas. Hitman is inviting Verb to drop a location so he can pull up. So you can't think, oh, this is just some battle rap shit. This has been going all the way back 2 years, 2+ years, the Gerald McCoy stuff all back in the day. They got real issues. If they run into each other, it's going to be a problem. And if it's not a problem, the entourages is the bigger thing than even the artists. Because sometimes the artist can pull up and realize, I got to get my money. But it ain't nothing for me to tell my nigga and my entourage, yo, go slap shit out this nigga, bro. And it just won't be me. And Hitman roll with a lot of niggas that he just roll with a lot of niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all before, he moves real militant, he moves like that. So he pull up with 12, 13, 14, 15 niggas. And them niggas all on bullshit. They all popping out Cardinal caps, everything. They not gonna see Verb and think that shit sweet at all. They gonna realize Hitman is getting paid a lot from TBL, but they not gonna give a fuck. Because when they see Verb, they gonna make it real uncomfortable for Verb, especially if they outnumber him. They gonna make it super uncomfortable for Verb. You can't book Jada Nightwing and think this is just some battle rap shit. No, it's real-ish. So that's one other thing. The other thing is, so Verb battled Chilla. And they decided to, I guess, have Mook and Hitman come out and announce that they're battling. That's cool. Nothing happened. They came out, they announced that they battling, and Hitman left before Verb and Chilla ever battled. The one problem with that you got to take into account, if I'm being fair, is that you have no real idea when Verb is coming to that venue. So yeah, you got Hitman and Mook there. You got them to announce that they're doing a battle, and you got Hitman to leave. Like, yo, I need you to bounce or whatever. And he left, and there was no issues with Verb. Verb is just not one of them battlers that show up to events early and watch other battles. But a lot of people do. A lot of people come early. Some people don't have cars, and they take shuttles and stuff from the hotel, so they got to come when everybody else come and stuff like that. There wasn't no guarantee that Verb wouldn't have been there earlier to watch a battle or to check on something or just to be around or whatever. And next thing you know, Hitman and Mook walk in to announce a battle, and they run into each other, Verb and Hitman. Because Chilla kind of said in an interview that he didn't really feel like it was necessary to tell Verb, because he didn't really think it was an issue. But that's another thing about reading a room. It's definitely an issue. Everybody else in the culture pretty much knows that there is definitely an issue between Verb and Hitman. And as much as y'all may say, oh man, Hitman ain't gonna do nothing, Hitman just talking, or Verb ain't gonna do nothing, bro, I guarantee you they can't run into each other. I guarantee you that. So that's just one of the things. So I think TBL is just booking battles, not really knowing some of the history with some of these guys. And yeah, you may, like I say all the time, a lot of times it's the entourages, bro. It's the entourages, and niggas always gotta feel like they gotta prove a point, act tough, all that kind of stuff. So that's what's going on with TBL. I don't know if they're gonna do another announcement. I don't know if they're just gonna skip the battles. It's still 7 battles on the card, and those weren't even no super crazy battles. They still got A Ward and Jada Nightwing. They got a lot of dope shit. Los Primi and fucking Elijah Strait, a lyrical battle. They got a lot of fire battles on this card, minus them two. I don't even think they need to replace the battles. I just think they can just move on and put them battles on a future card or something. But they got enough dope battles on the card already that it ain't really no big deal if they replace the battles. But that's what's going on. And where do y'all stand, man? Is Eazy overreacting? Is Eazy not overreacting? Is Eazy being petty? You know what I'm saying? Petty tendergrass. Is Eazy being petty, man? Or is Eazy right? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. But I kind of feel like I understand it. You have to be comfortable. I do understand comfortable it means a lot. And when you flying out of town, it means a lot. You know, it definitely means a lot when you flying out of town. Or yeah, I know you did the battles in New York, so it ain't no super out of town. But you want to make sure stuff is straight, and so that part I do understand. And at the very least, let me know you're adding them on the card, and I can let you know how I feel about it. And then maybe y'all can have conversations. You can call Hustle and J2 and all that and be like, yo, these are Eazy's concerns, and he just want to let y'all know we better have a smooth event, no BS. And then you put everybody on notice, but it definitely has to be some type of conversation, because there is definitely some issues in that group right there. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Chris, I'm biased, but Hustle, BBL Hustle, Fake Booty Hustle, BBL Hustle is yanked off the card. J2 is off the card. And Eazy didn't pull rank. Holla at you, boy.